Alright, what's up everyone? So today we're gonna do EscapeTwo from HackTheBox. This is an easy Windows machine. So yeah, and we're provided some credentials at start, so let's take note of these. Creds. Let's take note. Actually, I don't like this format very much. Okay. So we have already ran the mmap scan. Let's take a look at that. So we see Kerberos on port 88. This means it's a domain controller. We also see 135, 139, and 445, which means SMB is open. We see LDAP on 389. Whoops, sorry. We see over here some SSL LDAP. We see Microsoft SQL. So there's a database. We see LDAP, we see WinRM. Yeah, WinRM is running here. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So let's test out those credentials with netexec, which is basically the most updated version of crackmap exec. Also I've almost forgotten. We see here that there's a domain name. And later on the video we will see that we find out that the fully qualified domain name is dc01.sql.hackthebox. So I will add all of these right away because I only want to do echo once. So actually I think I need to be root to perform this. EDIP. So I always do it like this, then, whoops, SQL, whoa, my god, I can type. So this is going to be into EDC hosts. /etc hosts. So we see that it did work. We're gonna exit. So we can ping DC01 just to be sure. Whoa. Are we getting some kind of... Okay, well, see, reply from DC01. Alright, makes sense. So let's test the credentials as we said. SQL, HackTheBox. We're gonna put the rows and password is gonna be this over here, so we can try. Whoops. Password. Let's test it out, and we see it's valid. So the credentials are valid for SMB. What I like to do is enumerate the users on the machine. So we can do this by using the --tag users. So let's go in EscapeTwo users. We're gonna make a user list with those. So there's administrator, guest. These are all like default, you know. But it's always good to take note of them. Ryan, Oscar. SQL SVC, so this means there's actually NCA SVC, which is interesting. Okay, makes sense. Now we can check which shares we can access. So we see that we can access accounting department and users, which are non-default. So let's take a look at that. SMB client dash is gonna be rows. It's gonna be this one, SQL HackTheBox. Whoops, and we're gonna put this in quotes. I'm just gonna go grab the password. Alright, so we see two files over here. Let's download these. Get, we can also use mget to get both files at once. So we can try to use commands like strings to check if there's some content. We see weird symbols. It's kind of like if it's another file type. Let's check it out. We see that it's a zip archive data. So we can try to unzip it. And we have a bunch of stuff. So what I like to do is, instead of checking one by one, I use grep. So I use grep pass, all, and recursive. So this is from the nmap. This is not right. We can also try creds, nothing, capital C. It's case sensitive. So pass, nothing. So we can try with the other file. And if this doesn't work, I usually just like do it manually, like look at all the files manually. So let's do the exact same commands we did, and we get a password somewhere. Sweet. So we see MSSQL password, SA over here. So let's make a password list with this. I think this is always a good idea, especially on easy machines where there's no password policy, right? Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. We can then check the users. I think there's an additional one, Angela, and we see something else, Kevin over here. Oh, also, there's SA, which probably stands for server admin. That's great. So we can try to connect to the SQL server with the MySQL password. Client, I think it's SQL HackTheBox /SA. Password is gonna be this. And I think I need to put the target IP. This is the syntax, right? Yes, it is. Help, so we can see what we can run. We can run we can run CMD commands, but we have to enable XP command shell. So we see change from 0 to 1. Sweet. I'll just run it another time to be sure that it worked. Whoa. From 1 to 1, perfect. So we can run XP command shell, like who am I? We're running as SQL SVC, perfect. So we can start, we can either establish persistence with a reverse shell, or we can try to start and enumerate. Oh, so first thing that comes to my face is this weird directory. So let's check what's up. Auto run, directory here, red list, resources setup, SQL configuration. Let's take a look at that. What is in here? SQL account, SQL SVC password. So we have an additional password here. Password makes sense, and it's one that we did not have. So it's for the SQL SVC account. Perfect. We already have this. So next thing you can try is password spraying with, since we have a bunch of passwords and users, we can just try them out because there's no, it's a machine, but in real life we would have to take more precautions and actually try one and check the password policy and, spray responsibly. So let's try that out. User is going to be users, password is going to be password. Oh, actually, continue on success, please, because I don't want it to stop once it gets a hit. Alright, so we have Oscar account. We have 2 other hits, so we have a bunch of creds. Let's take those. So we have Oscar, Ryan. We have SQL SVC. So next thing, once you get a couple of accounts, what's good is just to run blowdown to see like what's up. So blowdown Python HD for the domain is gonna be HackTheBox. Name server is gonna be the IP. I think after this username, I'm gonna use rows since we know it's valid. Well, actually, we don't know if it's valid with LDAP, but we're gonna see that. Collection meta is gonna be all, and we're gonna want to zip it. So let's see this. Alright, so it's getting TGT, looks like it works. So this is the part earlier when I said you're gonna see that there's a fully qualified domain name. So this is where, this is what I was talking about. It's the DC01 sequel to HackTheBox. Okay, so let's take a look. We have the blowdown. So we can start blowdown by doing sudo neo4j start. And mine is already running, so I'm gonna start blowdown. Perfect. Neo4j, the password that you have set. Now I'm gonna need to clear the database because I already have some data in here. Upload. Whoops, this is not what I want. EscapeTwo, and I have some blowdown over here. Clear finish. Sweet, so everything is in there. So first thing I like to do is find the shortest path to domain admins. So basically what this does is, well, it shows the shortest path to domain admins. But this is not the reason why I do this. The reason why is because we can see who can PS remote or log into DC. So we see the user Ryan can do this. And if I'm not wrong, we do have credentials of this Ryan. Yeah, we do. This is perfect. So we can mark this as owned. Whoops. Owned. Sweet. And we see domain admins. There's pretty much only administrator. So let's mark this as higher value. Alright, so we can check Ryan, what he can do. Reachable high value targets 11. We can check his outbounds to check dangerous ACLs. And we see that he has right owner over CA/SVC, which is member of cert publishers. Now, this is dangerous. Why? Because it's, first of all, CA/SVC is member of cert publishers, which can potentially use templates to do a pass the ticket attack. We will see this later in the video, you guys will see. And there's actually right owner over CA/SVC. This means he can make himself owner of this account, and then after, once you're owner, you can basically give yourself rights. Then you modify ACLs that you have over this account, and afterwards you can reset the password. Once you have control of this account, you can check for vulnerable certificates to some attacks. So yeah, let's try to do this. First of all, we're gonna log in. I like to use PowerView to perform some ACLs attacks, but I think you can use Bloody AD or some other stuff, you know. User is gonna be Ryan. And password is this. Let's check if this works. Should. Yeah. Let's go and program data. Sweet. Oh, so I've actually forgotten. I need to be in the right directory if I want to be able to upload my tool, right? data, upload power view.ps1. Should work. We can check that. Perfect. And we're gonna import it making this power view.ps1. Seems like it worked. So I think it's add domain object owner, if I'm not wrong. Actually, I'll try it. I'll go check that out just to be sure. Oh, it's set domain object owner. Identity and owner identity. Okay. So it's set domain object owner. I was actually quite identity is going to be CASVC and target. Wait, what was it? Owner identity is going to be right. I think that's it. Yeah. So once we are owner, we can add ourselves the ACL to reset the password. I think that's pretty much it. Add domain object ACL target identity principal identity and rights. Okay. Add domain object ACL. Add domain object ACL target identity. It's gonna be CSVC principal identity. It's gonna be us. Right. Rights is gonna be reset password. And we get okay. Alright, seems like it worked. Now normally we can just change the password, yeah. Pass equal convert to secret string as plain text and force. Not gonna type that out, but I do recommend to type the commands if you guys are doing it, just so that you can remember it easier. Password 123, and it's set domain user password identity and account password. Set domain user password identity. Yeah. What is it? Password domain user password account password. It's gonna be pass. Okay, sweet. So now usually we could use certify to check if there's anything vulnerable. Oh, we see hacker recipe right there. So we see ADCS is Microsoft PKI implementation that provides everything from encrypted file systems, digital signature, user authentication, and more. It's not installed by default. Blah blah blah. We can see that there's multiple things we can do. Certificate template. Cert publishers. An initial indicator is the cert publishers built-in group whose members usually are servers where ADCS is installed. So this is why I'm checking right now, because we know that CASVC is member of cert publishers. So let's try quickly spot vulnerable elements. Let's use certify to try to spot some vulnerable stuff, you know. Actually, the command certify AD find user is gonna be CASVC. Whoop. SQL HackTheBox. Password is gonna be password 123. DCIP. Do we have to provide this? Looks like we do. And let's query that out. Let's keep in mind, guys, that there's some scripts that HackTheBox run on the machine to clean up. So our password is gonna get deleted. So we will have to redo the steps if we're too slow. We see cert publishers has dangerous permissions. Let's check what is up. Certificate authorities. We see SQL DC01 CA. We also see manage CA. Okay, it's by default. Certificate template. See a non-default one under Mifflin authentication. Okay, and we also see full control principles. So that cert publishers has full control over the principles. Okay, so there's ESC4 vulnerability. We can check that using this website, I think. Yeah, ESC4. Blah blah blah. Okay, we can use. So first step is to save the old configuration, edit the template, and make it vulnerable. Okay. So we're gonna make it vulnerable using this. I think we're gonna be too slow. We might have to do the steps real quick because I'm telling you, HackTheBox is just resetting the stuff really quick. Password 123. We could have done like some environment variables to be quicker. Template, then we need the template name. And we have it right here. And of course, it's gonna be certified AD, and it doesn't like these quotes for some reasons. So I'm gonna give it some. Okay, successfully updated. Second step, request a template certificate with a custom SEA. Okay, let's try that out. User's gonna be CA as we see. SQL HackTheBox. Password 123. Gonna give it single quotes because we know it doesn't like it. Actually, we can just copy this. Target ADCS host. I don't think we need the target thing. If we do, then we're gonna provide it. The CA name, we have it here. Template, it's gonna be the template name here. UPN, it's gonna be administrator. This is the user that we want to generate the ticket. .SQL HackTheBox certified AD. Let's see if this works. Let's try to do it again. Sometimes certify is quite okay. Seems like it worked. Successfully request a certificate. So we have a private key here. And if you guys don't know how to do pass the ticket, well, you're gonna see how to do it now, right? So you're gonna export the Kerberos 5cc name. This is an environment variable that is used for authenticating with Kerberos, right? So can we actually? There's just something about pass the ticket, yeah. Maybe it's gonna be easier to explain. Export. Can we not dump it and just we can use secrets dump, I think. We can actually try that. Back here. Target's gonna be the DC numbers. Is that gonna be it? SPN target. Oh wait, let's just use this. Okay. Actually, I don't know where I'm trying with this. Pass the ticket. This doesn't look like a good article. This is the one we were on. Can we just use like... I think I do have some commands over here. Oh wait, actually, I did forget something. Where is it? Yeah, that's where I was confused. I forgot a step. It's not on there. Okay. So what we have to do next is use certify again. Certify AD, auth, PFX, and our administrator PFX. And then this is gonna get the TGT for us. Okay. So I've skipped a step. This is why. So now we have the hash. So we can do a pass the hash attack. Makes sense. WinRM. SQL. Are you checking this? How you provide it? Is it? Yeah. So we are administrator. Okay. So I just had a little brain fart. Completely forgot that we needed to actually request the TGT and not try to export it. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the video, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and yeah, thanks.